Hi everyone. So it's been a while since I made a video, so I want to make another one. And in this video, I kind of wanted to talk about the 5 things I've learned since studying abroad. And it's kind of like 5 things that I think are the most valuable, um, I don't know, concepts maybe that I've learned since traveling. And I'm using my laptop because my phone is like acting crazy lately, so forgive me for like the noise it's making and being blurry and everything. I'm doing the best I can here in Bulgaria. So the first thing I've learned since coming to Bulgaria and studying abroad and meeting new people is to show kindness to everyone. I know before I studied abroad, I was not, I don't know, I would consider myself a kind person, but I don't think I was kind to everyone all the time. But I really learned that's so important because you never know how the, the smallest act of kindness can influence someone's entire day. And I didn't really realize that, but I know whenever I'm traveling, I really try to put the best attitude forward and just be kind to anyone, especially people who aren't kind to me. So you always hear like, oh, well, that person doesn't deserve your kindness. Well, if you never treat someone with kindness, or if someone has never experienced kindness, then they're never going to know how to show kindness. I mean, you learn from other examples. So I think it's really important to show kindness, especially to people who aren't so kind. And I know a lot of times, even here, people are like, oh, well, they're taking advantage of you, or oh, well, let them. If they're taking advantage of me, then okay, big deal. But in the end, I feel like I benefit from this more than they do. I don't know. I've just kind of, that's one thing I think is really important that I've learned since traveling is so many times I've shown kindness to people and it's sparked some of the most interesting conversations, or I found out that this person was going through something that was really difficult and that maybe I made their day. I mean, even if it's just small things like saying hi, asking someone how they're doing, asking someone how their day is going, or complimenting someone with genuine compliments. Um, it can really change someone's day, so I think that's important. Um, the second thing I've learned that's I think is really important to take back from this trip is trust more than you distrust. I know personally I've always been more of a distrustful person. Like I'm always like second guessing people's intentions and have like this paranoia that, someone's out to get me or someone's trying to screw me over. But I've learned that most people are decent people and they're not trying to do that. And I feel like when you trust people more than you distrust, you benefit more than you don't, because when I've learned to trust people, I mean the worst thing that happens someone might do you wrong, someone might hurt your feelings, someone might steal from you or something like that. But those are so minute compared to the benefit you get from trusting people. I mean, you create a bond with people. You seem more open, and people are able to trust you. I mean, if you're always distrusting people, then they also look at you like, well, why is this person acting this way? I never gave this person a reason to not trust me. And so I think that's really important, to trust more than you should distrust. Of course, I don't say you should distrust people all the time because that's not smart. Like, you always have to have your wits about you. So, for instance, when I'm in Belgium and I'm traveling uh, through the subways at night and I'm on my own and I see this sketchy guy following me and he's trying to talk to me, no, I'm inherently not going to trust him because of the circumstances. It's not safe. But in general, trust more than you distrust. The third thing of advice that I have to give, and it's going to be such a cliche, but it's so important, is don't worry. And I know it's so crazy. My friends back at home are like, Taylor's saying don't worry. Like, I am the biggest worrier on earth. Like, I always have been. But I've learned that, and I know it's so much easier said than done, But when you worry, it literally does nothing for you. It accomplishes nothing. There's no sense in worrying in life because it doesn't change anything. I mean, life is what it is. It's so short. You know, one of my big things I've always worried about is money and doing well and succeeding. But I've learned whenever I just let that go, let the worry go, that's when I find myself being successful. That's when I find myself being real. And that's when I really excel, is when I'm not worrying, is when I don't have these things build up inside me. Um, so that's so important. And then with money, you can't take money with you when you die. No matter if you owe money, it doesn't matter. Like I could die today and all the money I owe for school, where's it gonna go? Someone else is gonna be taking care of that. What does it matter? You know, I'm doing something I love. I'm traveling. I mean, you don't want to just blow money all the time, but you have to enjoy life some. And this leads to my fourth advice, and that's kind of living to the Aristotle mean, the good mean, as he says. So Aristotle believes that we should live life living by the median, so not excess but not deficiency, and that's what I kind of mean with your money. You don't want to spend so much money you have nothing left and you can't even live or eat, but you don't want to just hoard all your money like me for years and years and never enjoy anything, never go out or do anything fun. I mean, if I did that here, it would, it wouldn't be any fun. There's so many cool experiences I would have missed out on if I just didn't want to spend a little bit of money. So and living to this mean, this idea of a mean, no matter what you're doing, whether it's sleeping or eating or physical exercise or studying or spending time with friends, you should always live by the Aristotle mean. And I think that's the fourth thing I've learned. But there is an exception to this, which is a part of my fourth important concept that I've learned, is you should live by the mean of everything except for love. And that's something that I didn't ever learn. Before I came here, I was very weird about telling people, oh, I love you, or showing people that I cared about them, or just saying, being genuine with people and being like, I really care about you. I was always afraid to show my feelings to people because I felt like, oh, if I showed my feelings to people, then I'm going to look weak and they have something over me. But that's not a good way to be. I mean, I feel like it's so important to show love to people, no matter where you are, all the time. And overuse I love you. I know some people hate that, but why not? Why not? If you genuinely care for someone, if you genuinely love them, then tell them. I mean, it's a horrible thing, but they could die the next day, and then you're going to live your life knowing that you never told these people you cared about them. I mean, I don't care if it's your friends, girlfriends, guy friends, boyfriends, family members. Always tell people you love them. If this is how you truly feel, then you should tell them. I mean, you shouldn't ever live to a mean of love. There's no mean of love. I don't think it's possible to love too much. I mean, love is such a beautiful thing, and I think that it's okay to overuse it. I mean, I don't even think it's possible. But that's one thing that I've learned since I've been on this trip is I've built so many relationships with people. I've built so many bonds and so many close relationships. And there's also one thing I love about Bulgarians is they always tell you how they feel about you. They always tell you, I care about you. And that feels good. I've learned that feels really good to know that people care about me. So why not let other people know that you care about them too? I mean, no matter how bad the situation is, always tell people that you care and that you're here for them. And I've learned that as well. I've been through a lot and I've had a lot of trouble in relationships, but I'm really starting to learn that just showing people, not putting up this tough exterior and blocking people out. I mean, that's not good. That just turns people away, and you don't want to be like that. You want to show love. You want to give love so you can receive love, and there's no mean to love. and that's a very important thing I've learned. And the last thing I've learned since I've been here that's really important is to accept people for who they are. So you can be this person who shows love, who trusts, who is genuine, but that doesn't mean everyone else is too. And so you just kind of have to accept people for who they are. Know that you're not going to change them. Know that they're going to be who they want to be despite your experiences. But realize that the way you act is has the ability to change how they act as well. So by remaining true to yourself and true to your conscience, then eventually I feel that that behavior will be reflective in other people. So, when people are harsh to you, when people are rude to you, when people treat you badly, when people make up things about you, or talk bad about you, or leave you, or make you feel deserted, or make you feel like you're not important, don't take that personal, because that's not a problem with you. That's a problem with them. And so don't take that so harshly. And I really learned that because I feel like I've always had a hard time being able to open up to people, and because I feel like, oh well, why should I open up to people? Because eventually they're just going to go away, or eventually they're just not going to be in my life anymore. But that's not the case. You have to be true to yourself and not let the actions of others bother you. And even though things hurt, and that's okay to hurt. But in the end, stay true to yourself, stay real, and be honest, because you'll feel way happier in the end. So those are 5 things that I've learned since studying abroad. I hope they weren't too cliche, and I hope you can benefit some from these words of wisdom, if you'd like to call that. So it's kind of late here, so I might go ahead and go to bed soon. I have a full day of classes tomorrow and a busy week ahead. But I will make sure to update you soon on my next adventures. Ciao, ciao!